thingy. I still forget what it's called.
Grand Prismatic.
That, the Grand Prismatic. Today, my Uncle Jerry and I had a wonderful time in Yellowstone National Park.
Yes, we did.
How many bears did we see?
We had 4 different sightings. Well, first of all, we were out on a trail at the Grand Prismatic.
Right.
We spoke to a woman who worked at a general store in Mammoth, and
Right.
she said that the best bear spottings were up by Tower Roosevelt Road.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we headed in the afternoon. The first bear was a small brown black bear.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't take us long. We saw that one.
And every time that we saw a bear, there was a bunch of cars lined up there. That's how
There were a bunch of cars stopped in the road. We couldn't have passed by them if we wanted to.
Yeah, right.
And then the second sighting, we saw a larger black bear off in the distance.
Pretty far away. I had to get the zoom lens out.
I had to get
reach
the
it.
zoom lens, and I had to get the binoculars to see it
And
really well.
And that's when that park ranger came. He was really telling people what was up. You know, he was
Yeah,
like, hey,
people were stopped in the road, and the park ranger was
not too happy with it.
very large and in charge.
Yes, he was.
He was on his PA system in his SUV yelling at people. What? What happened? No stopping in the roadway, he said. Then from there, we turned around and went back the same way, back toward an area they call Tower Roosevelt.
Mm. It's in the northern part of the park.
And we saw a bunch of cars pulled over, so we knew it must be a bear.
Yeah, we pulled off on the side of the road, and I walked on ahead a little bit ahead of Uncle Jerry, and I got some amazing footage of the 2 cubs playing with each other, and they were black bears. Just one of them climbed up the tree there, and that was really cool. I got the zoom lens out. They were kind of far away.
It's amazing how good they climb a tree.
It really is. If you're ever running from a bear, don't climb up a tree, because they
Do not climb up a tree.
can, even as cubs, they can climb up there and find you. So that was really awesome to see those black bears. And we waited for a long time for the mama bear. See, the mama bear kind of hid behind these 2 pine trees, and we waited for a long time for her to come back out, but she didn't ever come back out. And so we got back in the car and started driving. And then as soon as we drove past the vantage point there, we heard somebody say, "Oh, the mama bears come out behind the tree." So then I got my zoom lens out, and I did film the mama bears. So.
A few miles on down the road, we saw there was another traffic jam and cars off on each side of the road, but we were now at the front of the slow-moving line.
Right.
And Aaron spotted the bear off to our right. And we just got lucky because there was a pull-off spot that people had left. I guess they thought the bear was gone.
And he was fairly close, but where the forest was so thick, it really was hard to see him. But when you did locate him, it was easy to see him. He was pretty close.
And we got lucky and pulled over just right where the bear walked to. He was eating berries or something.
Yeah.
And it was a very large brown black bear. I don't think it was a grizzly.
Yeah.
It was like a reddish brown, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. He didn't have that hump in his back.
He did not have the hump, didn't have the grizzly look.
Yeah, like what we saw in Grand Teton. I was pretty sure that was a grizzly.
I'm positive that was a grizzly, yes.
Yeah.
It was. And so we got some really good footage of that, and that wound up being the best spotting because he was actually pretty darn close.
Yeah. The zoom lens, I didn't even have the zoom lens zoomed in all the way to get him, but that was excellent footage that we got of him.
Yeah, and I got a little footage on the iPhone, and I got a few pictures. But that was excellent. So we got an up-close look at him, and he or she was the biggest bear of the day, I believe.
Yeah, he was.
And
he was definitely the closest.
Definitely the closest.
I mean, he comes in close second to the first bear that we saw, but he was very close. And that was really awesome. And we lucked out completely by just the way that the forest was so thick, and some people just kind of moved on because they couldn't see him very well. And we ended up we pulled off on the side of the road right beside of where he was. What would you say, like 10, 15 yards away from us?
I'll bet it wasn't, but I'll bet it. That's right. It was in between 10 and 15 yards. Not far at all.
Yeah. I didn't really even need the zoom lens, to be honest. But
No.
But it was some great footage. A great day. So that's a total of what, 4 bear sightings?
That was 4 different bear sightings.
Yeah.
And then the bear finally kind of wandered off.
Yeah.
And we decided to leave and call it a day. And it was a very good day for bear sightings.
Yes, it was. And then on our way back, after we saw the 4th bear, it started snowing.
A pretty hardy snow, too.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is snowing. And it's June. And we're on our way back to the campsite, and I just wanted to stop by and have some footage here of the lake. It's just awesome. It's really something.